Hi Scorps, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tawana. Today we're going to do a reading for you to see what messages Spirit has for you in the month of September. Now these messages can resonate for you in September, but for a lot of you it will be different timelines. You guys may have already experienced this. You guys may be experiencing this in October. So just bear in mind that timelines are fluid. And with that said, I've already pulled your cards, so let's jump in. All right, first card we have is to the sea. Something is out of your control, beyond your control. All you can do is flow with it. Maybe something is someone else's decision. Maybe there's very little left to do, but something feels out of your control. There's some significance to some kind of message. So this could be a message that you're sending to someone. This could be a message that you're receiving from someone. This could be a message that you're waiting for. It doesn't have to be from a person. It could be from an organization, an entity, but there's communication that's relevant to the month of September or the next few weeks. And then this communication, I feel like, is going to be centered around second chances. We have the regeneration card, which is, this card talks about second chances, doing something again, new birth from a tower or a previous destruction. So this is getting spicy. And then we have all that glitters isn't gold. So this card talks about being mercurial, being swayed by appearances, being swayed by the material value of things. And it's just always a constant reminder to us that things are not always what they seem, and some things present better than they really are if we're going to go by the appearances and how something looks or how someone looks or what someone has to offer. That's not a holistic assessment of that person or situation. So this is just a reminder card. Maybe that's Spirit giving you some guidance, like, is something looking better than it actually seemed? Is something seeming better and looking better than it actually is? Is an opportunity looking better than it actually is? Is someone looking like a better opportunity than they actually are? All right, so we're gonna jump into the tarot. The first card we have is the Judgment card, second chances. Again, this card and this card are like the same cards, but in different decks. This is a Judgment in the tarot. This is a Judgment in the Wisdom of the Oracle. So we talk about a wake-up call here, and I feel like there's a person. This could be you, Scorps. This is Sagittarius, Aries, Leo energy. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. So some of you could have fire in your chart, or you are coming up in a very action-oriented energy in the next coming weeks, or this could be someone that you're dealing with. So you know your own story, so just apply where you see fit. If that's not you, like, make a mental note that this is somebody else, and if it is you, you can, I'll be reading from the perspective of this person. So it's almost like this King of Wands is getting a wake-up call. It feels like also growing up. Like, it feels like somebody has to, like, somebody is moving from a knight to a king. It feels like a gradual progress or a fast progress. Actually, we're going to clarify the King of Wands. King of Wands is clarified by the Empress. You clarify the Judgment. So you could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra, or that's you. Clarify the Judgment. All right. The Judgment is about the progress of a friendship, the progress of a relationship, whatever this bond is. Are we going to do this together? Are we going to do something together? Are we going to move forward together? Feels like a relationship is at the point where someone is considering a second chance. This could be the King of Wands, or it could be the Empress, or it's this King of Wands hoping for a second chance with the Empress. So having to do what needs to be done, say what needs to be said in order to achieve this. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. So this is an energy of moving to calmer waters. Whether you're both doing that, like it feels like this is an attempt to move something forward with someone. All right, let's get the, maybe you have to travel to see this person, which is why the Knight of Wands is here, or maybe this relationship with this person has been inconsistent. That's what the Knight of Wands talks about, being very driven by passion, and not rooted in stability. Because this Knight is, they call it the in and out Knight, and that's because this Knight is always looking for a good time, an exciting time. And so it feels like somebody is realizing that like something is not going to be able to move forward if it continues to be unstable in and out, or if they continue to be unstable in and out. So I feel like somebody is really like stepping into their adult shoes here to try to save, or like attempt to rebirth a bond with another person. All right, cool. Clarify the Nine of Wands. Somebody here has their guard up though. Clarify the Nine of Wands. Boundaries. Yep. Somebody has their boundaries up. So it feels like a love offer, or just like affection being given to someone and that not being readily accepted. Clarify the Hermit. Yeah, not being readily accepted. Someone also feels like missing in action. It feels like one person wants to offer up their emotions, wants to talk about emotions, wants to make a kind gesture, or whatever that may be, but it's just not being accepted by the other party for whatever reason. It's like somebody's weighing up, do I accept this or do I not? And it's coming from a place of feeling like they have clarity. They have all the clarity that they need, and feeling like they need to make a crystal clear decision. All right, clarify the Ace of Swords. Yeah. Someone's trying to get this clarity on whatever this love offer is that they're either receiving, or, yeah, I don't think this Ace of Swords is coming from this Knight of Cups. I feel like this Ace of Swords is the person who is on the receiving end of whatever this emotional conversation, emotional offer is. It's like, do I accept this? Do I really want to accept this? And maybe you won't hear from them until they figure out and become clear on what they want to do. I am feeling like this is you, Scorpio, because this is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. You're coming up as a water sign, which is your energy. So I'm inclined to think that that is you, but you may be on the receiving end of whatever this emotional offer is. All right, clarify the Temperance. Clarify the Temperance card. Temperance. Eight of Wands, which is fast action and very fast communication, usually arriving via text, email, things like that. So someone has sent a message, backing up this message in a bottle card. Someone is making an attempt. I feel like it's this Emperor. And I feel like the Emperor is the same person as this King of Wands. Feels like someone's taking control of a situation and trying to, like, okay, I'm going to communicate and I'm going to say how I feel. But then you have to wait for the other person to respond to how you feel, which may not necessarily be the easiest thing to do, because who likes to feel rejected, you know? But then we have this Seven of Swords, And I'm very curious to know like what that Seven of Swords is. To me, it feels like someone is strategizing communication, like strategizing what they're gonna say, how they're gonna say it. Feels like this Emperor that's doing that. Like, how am I gonna communicate this? How am I gonna communicate my feelings? How am I gonna why can't I speak? Oh, Mercury retrograde. Why can't I communicate? All right, so this Emperor is thinking, how am I going to say this? How am I going to communicate that? How am I going to communicate my feelings? How am I going to, they're thinking of the best strategy to use to get the outcome that they want. But we're going to clarify the Seven of Swords. What is the Seven of Swords? See, I knew it. It's taking courage to communicate. It's not easy for this person to communicate how they feel. So they're trying to strategize to get the outcome that they want. But the thing is, communication is just communication. Like, it's up to the other person always how they're going to respond to what we communicate to them. So if you decide to communicate, you need to decide and make that decision based on you relieving yourself of your feelings, Like, it shouldn't be, oh, I'm going to send this communication because I hope you can always hope that they say this, but sending the communication should be based on like you want to be honest about how you feel. You're not necessarily doing this to get or to strategize a particular outcome. Anyway, let's clarify this Emperor. Tell me about the Emperor. Two cards came out. Four of Wands and the Six of Cups. Okay. This Emperor is in a very nostalgic energy. I feel like they want to go back to something in the past. They want to revisit something in the past. Maybe a time when they were Scorpio. At this point, I don't know who is you or who is not you. So you just have to like pick where you are in this entire situation. You're either the Empress or you're this masculine energy, or you're either on the receiving end of some kind of communication here or you're giving the communication. So pick the side and stay there. All right, so the Emperor, which I think is the person sending this communication, is in a nostalgic energy, wants to recapture something in the past, probably a time when maybe this is somebody that some of you guys lived with. Maybe this is somebody that some of you guys were married to. Maybe this is somebody you were in a business contract with. But this is foundations, contracts, stability. So they're looking to stabilize something, which is why I guess they want to strategize an outcome. Like they have an intention here behind whatever they're communicating. Could it be for some of you guys, this is a person moving. For some of you guys, this is a person reaching out because maybe they want to shack up, come home, whatever that looks like. This could be a domestic situation too. So yeah, the gist of the next couple of weeks is there is this Emperor who is strategizing doing something, which I feel like this is not a new person, and I almost resent readings during Mercury retrograde because I feel like they all come up about the X. Like the X is popping up in every reading. This happened in the Virgo reading or the Libra reading that I did recently. It's all these people in like the collective energy reminiscing on a past that can not be resurrected. But yeah, that's the gist of it. Somebody here is expressing their feelings and hoping for a particular response from the other person. Let's get some advice for you, Scorps. What's the advice for Scorpio in this reading? What's the advice for Scorpio in this reading and in September 2023? What's the advice for Scorpio? Taking these too many. Advice for Scorpio in September. First card we have is with love and kindness. Okay. All right, we had a couple that came out. I think I'm going to take them. Next card we have is seek your answers within. So this is not something that anybody else can help you with. This is something you have to make up your own mind on. Be without malice. So can you forgive this situation? Can you forgive them? Wash away your burdens. Like, is it possible for you to get to a better place with this person? Like, is it truly possible? Of course, this is free will, and this is just a reading. This is a collective reading at that. So you're all going to have to decide for yourselves. But it feels like for you to have this regeneration with this person, it requires somebody to let bygones be bygones, be without malice, let go what went wrong in the past, let all of that go so you can get to a new place without all of this baggage. Wash away your burdens. So I'm actually gonna pull some angel advice for this. Sorry, my background is getting a little dark. It's getting darker outside. I think it's gonna rain. All right, Spirit, angels, what's the advice for Scorpio? What's the advice for the person receiving this love offer? Angels, Spirit, what's the advice for Scorpio? Choose a new direction. Advice for Scorpio in September. Man, oh man. It's so funny when the cards reflect like, I'm using a different deck and it's reflecting the same advice as this deck. This is the Angel Answers Oracle deck. This is the Messenger Oracle deck. Anyway, the cards that came out from the angels is choose a new direction, which is do something new. Redirect yourself out of this, because this would be choosing the same thing again. And a year from now, so I'm not sure what the timing feels very significant to this situation. Whatever a year from now means to you, and then compromise. So if you're gonna, all right, free will, everybody has it. But if you're going to choose to go another go around with this person, it requires you to make compromises. And I think that's what the cards are saying. And if you don't, choose something new, choose a new direction. If you don't want to do this again, try something else, someone else, something else. But if you want to do this, just know that you'll have to make compromises. And a year from now is very significant. So maybe there's like timing, you have to wait for this person has to wait for you, or there's some time contingency between the both of you. But that's your reading, Scorps, and I hope this was helpful. And with that said, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, share, and comment, and I will see you next time. Bye.